Hello? I know Michelle's here. Frankie Boy is here. How is the audio? We can still do things. I know, Michelle, your clock says 1800 and we are live now. We should be. How are we looking? We have audio and video. That's good. Video is usually easy. Audio is like, we don't know. But I'm working with a very nice shotgun, and I actually EQ'd it and stuff. I could actually, if I wanted to, I could show you shit. Look at this. So I'm in here, and in my video software, there's audio. Look at that. Nice EQ curve for vocals. A little bit of comp for vocals. Hello, hello. I've never used this, but it seems to be a decent level, I hope. I'm actually in my office, getting all the signals to the control room on the other side of the house with cables and shit. But how is it hanging? How is it looking? In my little window up there, and there's a TV that it looks okay. This is creepy because I'm like really big there. See, hello, big TV. Now Noodle's running around because Leslie left the Hedgehog room. Yes, we have a Hedgehog room. Who doesn't? But Leslie isn't around. She's going to a Christmas party reluctantly from her work. I don't know why she has work. What's tonight's topic? I don't know. It's Q&A. You topic it. Tomorrow we have a fixed topic. That's a rant. But tonight, everyone's favorite pizza. I mean, bolognese with extra cheese, obviously. Pfft, duh. Hey Steve. Yeah, Michelle has a Hedgehog. Yeah. No, Michelle, you don't. I already bought that back from me. Michelle's claiming that the Hedgehog room is in the part of the house that he owns. But, Pizza Hawaii. You're German, man. Ibanez model numbers. Oh, God, I just spent 3 days at Ibanez headquarters here in Germany at Meinl with Carlos, Robert Budai, Tommy Deppner, Andy Ferris, who else was there? Krenar, Rich Morgan. And we filmed all the 2025 news and all the new models. No, I can't talk about them. Model numbers. Dan was like, this is the AZ, the RG, BT, and they just talked like this amongst each other. And, where's the ABR, and we're all like, stop doing that. Nobody understands you people. Can you hand me that blue one? Oh, you mean the RG, DBT, how do I know? No, the blue one. ToneX 1 praises. ToneX 1 is good. Praises done. I mean, on Black Friday, Cyber Week, it was $139 for a thing that can have 20 profiles. It actually now has built-in effects, a tuner, 2 presets. Oh, come on. Which new guitar or studio technology excites me the most? I would instinctively say none. Hey, Jose Benito Martinez, hello, back to California. I'm gonna catch up, but we can talk about that. Michelle is actually giving me, thank you. Michelle is giving me the relevant questions on Facebook right now, so I don't miss things. That's a moderator right there. Thank you, Axe Slinger, for buying some Jet guitars. They need to work with me more. Tell them that. Have I ordered a Gibson? I don't buy guitars, and I wouldn't buy Gibsons. I wouldn't touch a Gibson if they gave them to me and paid me for it. I don't work with assholes. It's that simple. Searching for Tone wants to give me $2 to share the Ibanez news. It's very kind of you, but fuck no. Let's see what Steve wants. You asked about the budget Angelicos. I need to talk to them. Their distributor is in Cologne here. Hey, Noodle. Noodle is over here. Can you see him? He's Noodle in the dark. Noodle, gib Platz. Komm, gib Platz. Mach Platz. Platz. Super. And I want to do something on the cheaper models, but yeah, budgets and year end and blah blah blah. And I have a long ass list of stuff to do. I think it's 5 or 6 amps. Yesterday we filmed 2 Harley Benton acoustics and a beginner starter pack, which I'm releasing today, tomorrow, and on Monday, so that it might still drive some Christmas sales. And we have so much stuff. I've got Flex Prime, Headrush FRFR, their software. I just got 4 products for more. I don't quite know when to do all of that, and I have no day off. I came back from Ibanez, worked all day today, gonna work all day tomorrow. I can only do so much. They're still discussing pizza. So I'll try, but I mean, you already bought one, you know it's good. Come on. What do you need my review for? Have I ever thought about making a guide like my songwriting series, but about video production? I could, but that would be super complicated. And I don't think many people would buy it because there's probably considerably better ones out there. And I have 3 drum programming courses filmed with Felix Lehrmann for 2 or 3 years now, and they're sitting on the hard drive, and I can't get to them because I'm too busy. I have a full course that I want to do on Glenn's platform about arranging for electric guitar. Can't do it. Bernd Kills wants me to do a course on fretboard navigation, which is really cool, and it's all in here, but I work 12 hours a day, and I can't finish it all. So, James, I cannot tell you about the DI on the Bugera. I don't know those amps. This is Jenny from Tennessee, but it says James. Hey, Jenny from Tennessee. Why are you called James? I assume that's a DI out that is not frequency compensated, very likely. I think you'd have to listen to it. You definitely, given that amp, I think have to plug in a cab still or a load box, because otherwise you're going to damage the amp, and you might have to have an IR loader behind it. I mean, hold on with your question for a second. I'm going to try to find this out to help Jenny. Bugera 333XL. Let's see. I mean, do we have a... No, let's do this. Let's go back here. Let's look at pictures. Here's a back shot. Etoman. I want the back. Line out, level. It doesn't say DI out, so it just says line out. Which means that's probably not frequency compensated. So it's just a very horrible signal. You're gonna have to... Now my monitors want to turn off. Damn it. So you very likely, need to have the speaker still connected or have a load box when it's on, otherwise you're damaging the amp. And then put an IR loader behind this, and then you can go DI for recording. That's likely what will have to happen. Does that answer your question. Where's my... Oh, wait. This is back here. And we have to be here. And okay. Let's see. Oh, hey. Greeted photo. I'm going to gauge cable and brand to use the cabinets in your basement. I don't have those cabinets anymore. And because I couldn't get speaker cables long enough, I made them myself. I bought really nice and thick and high quality ones. But gauge, I don't know. And what brand? There might have been Clots, but just get good and thick speaker cable for a longer run. But you could also just, Cordial makes them in 10 meter, 20 meter. You can buy them from brands. Just don't look for guitar speaker cable because those are usually only 2 or 3 meters. But you can buy a quarter-inch to quarter-inch speaker cable from different brands. Did I notice any sound degradation? Not really, because it's a strong signal. And now Michiel is so professional. He's marking off the ones I've already answered. Awesome. Best budget amp sim for gigging small venues. The best or the budget? Best amp sim, anything from UA. They have all the flavors. Get the one you want, work with your volume, forget about the preset. One amp, one channel, bam, go. Nothing sounds better than the UA stuff, if you ask me. But that's $400. Is that budget? Probably not. Anything smaller and cheaper, we're talking like, little modelers or whatever, maybe the stuff for more. I have a box here. Just arrived, didn't even know that was coming. Something like this. Likely very inexpensive, but for gigging, I wouldn't consider that for gigging. Ease of use, like an amp, and going DI, I would go with the UA stuff. Patrick Schneider, best way to use fuzz. Patrick, fuck off, come over here. Patrick, Rafa and Sebastian coming at 19 hours, so in 50 minutes, and then I have to hit stop because we're hanging out. We're not doing the stupid German podcast, but we're just hanging out. So, okay. Long time no update. Oh, dude, Frankie, we are halfway through mixing. It's fucking phenomenal. That album is absolutely amazing. We are going to finish it, maybe not this year, but early next year. It needs to be done because it needs to be done in Cubase 12, and we're already up to Cubase 14. It has to be done. And we've got 10 songs mixed already, and boy, is it a fun album. How practical stage-proof guitar is it digital drop pedal? Is a Digitech drop more convenient than a practical use than a drop-tuned guitar? Yes. Yeah. I would say, yeah. The Digitech drop does the job. As does the Nano Cortex's detune, which apparently is super, super fast in terms of latency. Works pretty flawless. With the Nano Cortex, you have the detune built in. That's probably what I would do if I'm playing heavy shit and I need down-tuned stuff. Play a Nano Cortex. Best affordable Dreadnought alternative to a D18 in Europe. Honestly, I don't know what a D18 is. I know is it a Martin? A Taylor? It's a Martin, right? I don't know. Anything affordable when it comes to acoustic guitars? No shit, I know I'm repeating myself. Look at Harley Benton. Those guitars are phenomenal. Now they have armrests on them. They have great woods. They sound killer. So if you're looking for a really good guitar for not a lot of money in the acoustic world, Harley Benton beats them all, if you ask me. Honestly, audio interface, UA Volt. I've got it on the table. I've got the 476. You can also get the 276 or whatever. The Volts are great. The one thing I don't like about them is Pooh Ninja's here. Hey, Pooh. It's Pooh's birthday tomorrow. It's Pooh's birthday tomorrow. Everyone start singing. The Pooh's getting older. Who doesn't like old shit? The Volt, the only thing is it actually doesn't have software. It doesn't have sliders and whatever, so you can't reroute things and all that stuff. So what I did, because I needed to react to the Thomann documentary. If you haven't seen the Thomann documentary, watch it. Some pretty heavy shit in there. Well done. So I have a reaction video possibly coming out to that. And I needed to record the Mac out back into it, the interface. And I was going to take a cable and take the headphone out into it. But then I got loop back, which isn't that expensive. And you could actually internally loop things around. So, hey, Noodle. That, yeah, but a Volt, I think, is a pretty good interface. Favorite DAW, Cubase, always, because it's got a drum editor. No other DAW other than Studio One, which is the old Cubase guys, has a drum editor. For me, Cubase, period. Been working with it for 34 years, so why change? Is it worth paying for an expensive tube amp if you're simply looking for a pedal platform? Sadly, yes. I'm thinking, sadly, yes. Hipshot detuner. Stop answering questions wrong. That'll just be detune. What if you need E flat? That's actually in the detuner, it's just drop D. He wants the whole thing to be detuned. Yeah, exactly. It's just for bass guitars. Obviously the Eddie guitar has a detuner, but that's just drop D. That's not the whole thing. Hey, Tony is here. Have you seen Tony's totally weird pedal video in the woods? Watch that. That's crazy. Crazy shit. Really well done. Andrew did voiceover, the crazy man. Martin D18, spruce top, mahogany body. Look at Harley Benton, they got those. And honestly, killer guitars. Okay, so as I prefer to use pedal boards for a platform instead of an amp. Oh my god. Oh, okay, that's wow. Wordplay there, Mr. Tone. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Let me think of my favorite pedal platforms. Rev D25 can work. Rev D20 with built-in DI out. The best flat platform that I know would be the Tone King Sky King and the Tone King Royalist. Or I just got the Amplified Nation Bombshell Overdrive, which is a Dumble kind of thing. Or the Tube Workshop 2864. And you're already getting the point. Those are all massively expensive amps. Now, if we go into a smaller, lower range, we're looking at possibly the St. James EL34. Still not super cheap, but when I'm working with pedals, I want the amp to make the pedal shine and react to the pedal the way that the pedal sounds, right? So I have a beautiful platform that I can put the pedal on top of it, and the pedal sounds exactly the way that it's intended to sound. And also, pedal platform means, for me, effects, delays, all that stuff, and you need a great clean for that. So there are, let me think, what can I think of under $1,000? Yeah, I mean, there's the amped ones or the Blue one. That all works, but if you're thinking of kick-ass tone that makes you really smile, a good pedal platform amp is a good idea. Of that pedal show always said that, you know, the Hampstead Artist, $2,500. I got one if you want to buy one. I'll give you a good deal. Is like the best pedal platform. Every time I went into that, it was like everything changed. Where did the low end go? The Rocker Verb is a horrible pedal platform from Orange. some amps really don't let the pedals sound the way the pedal sounds. It just changes things. And yeah, that Hamstead, I don't know why they were pushing it that way. What else can I think of? A Plexi is a pretty decent pedal platform. Actually, a mini Plexi from Marshall. If you're dialing that in clean, SV20H, in Europe, $850. That's pretty decent, but no master volume, so ouchie! What do we, wait, we got more stuff. Noodle wants to go outside. Do I predict an external controller for the ToneX 1? Like the M-Wave Chocolate. What is the M-Wave Chocolate? What do you mean predict? Let's see. I don't know what the M-Wave Chocolate. I mean, what is this? Really cheap. Okay, and what does it do? Wireless MIDI controller? Well, at the moment, I don't think that's in the cards. I heard whispers, no shit, don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I heard whispers that they might be working on MIDI implementation through USB-C on the ToneX 1. Can't confirm, but I think I remember someone saying we might be working on that. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. Laney VC30. Yeah, but Tony, then it's a Laney, and who wants to have a Laney? Actually, wait, pedal platform amp. Badunk! Give me a sec. How do I do this again? I push this. I go here, we go here. I click this. So what happens? Hot Rod Deluxe 4. Why is it so expensive now? That used to be $6.99. Right here, that thing is probably your best pedal platform ever. I mean, bad ToneX, not ToneX, grill. Don't ever use the drive channel on this thing, but that was a lot cheaper. That thing right there, that's the shit. I use that on many things. Great pedal platform. Hey Quentin. Okay, that's a good point about that list. Let me see. It is, wait, I have to open this, pull this over here, and somewhere is a list. Is that it? Yes. And if you click on this, it goes to Leslie's Dropbox, and that's a PDF, and that's what currently is on sale. And if you want that, you can write to I want this at Henning Pauli, oh my god, .com. And then Leslie's gonna be extremely annoyed, but she'll work with you and get stuff to you. There's probably more. No, she updated the list. I have more guitars and I've got amps and whatever, but there's, a good chunk of stuff on that list. Oh, du bist auch Schatz. Is the Iridium a good pedal platform? I mean, that's meant to be a heavy amp. That's meant to be a metal platform. So, good. Will it work? Yeah. Is it good? I don't know. For pedals, I don't know. PV Classic 30, yeah, that could work. Similar kind of, I think, to what the Fender Hot Rod is. Favorite guitar prof at Berklee? I wasn't really into... Oh, that's true, that St. Vincent is gone. I mean, it's not gone, it's at Michiel's. It's on his wall. Leslie didn't take that off. Chances are nobody's gonna buy that, but I'm gonna have to. Please, Michiel, you tell her to take that off the list. No, you cannot order my noodle, Tony. So favorite guitar prof. I was focusing on arranging and all that stuff, so I wasn't. What's her name? Stone. I had two semesters with her. Can't really remember too many of the guitar profs. Guitar wasn't my focus. It was arranging. Sound design. I only got into the guitar stuff later, really. Hey, Albus. It's literally on your lap, Michiel. Whoa, aren't you special? So, any more questions? Hello, anyone? There's 2 couches in here, noodles on the floor. Or are you guys all now looking at that list? That's fine. Buy shit. That's totally good. Favorite... Hey, Richard. Favorite YouTube channel for learning guitar? Aaron, you're seeing me in January? Yes. Reluctantly, but yes. How far is it to the moon? About this much. Stupid ass questions. Favorite guitar YouTube channel for learning? In German, Bernd Kills does great stuff. If you want to learn how to shred, nothing beats Justin Hombach in English. I think Ben Eller's stuff is extremely good. Ben is very, very good. But I mean, there's, if you really want to go systematically, I can always recommend the Blues course and pedal tone licks. Courses you can get at spectreacademy.net, and when you buy them, I can eat. Of course, Michiel has an answer to the stupid Tony question. Anything coming from Synergy, it's kind of like, you know it when I know it. They send stuff so late that I usually have like a week or two to make a video, but so far, I've heard nothing new. Best amp for clean sounds. Interestingly, that's really difficult. The songwriting course? Why does... Oh, wait, hey, Joe, I gave you the songwriting course, right? Talk about that. Did you like it? How many hours did you watch, if any? So, best amp for clean sounds. Instinctively, I'm saying the Tube Workshop 2864 because it can be ridiculously clean and you can drive it a bit, but it's 14 watts. You're probably not going to fight a band with that, even though Mario from Tube Workshop does use it in his band. They play Floyd stuff, but it's phenomenally good. I would also say the Bad Cat, Black Cat, that's so sparkling, voxy, top-endy, beautiful. Oh my god, is it nice. Anything from Tone King really is really, really kick-ass. But to get a really amazing clean channel that just reacts and is dynamic, you'll spend money. The Quilter Tone Block, I think, is a nice louder maker. It'll amplify pedals, it's not a tube amp. It'll amplify your modeler, it's not a tube amp. It's a nice, small, louder maker. And it does that okay. Would I use that for serious work in a studio, recording, whatever? Or if I have other options that might be bigger and heavier? No. But it's a decent louder maker. I have not played the Ether by Frey yet. I would love to. I don't like Michael Schenker for his shredding. I like him for the very AOR 80s rock stuff that he's done. I like Michael Schenker group stuff. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Joe. Great chorus pedal. Honestly, any of them. Except the ones that go wee 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 wee. But the one that I just I was just checking because it looked like I was frozen. The one that I just reviewed, the bigger one from Warm Audio, does the subtle chorus ensemble ones. If you want more, Walrus does some great ones. I like the stereo-ness, so I like the one from Warm Audio. But I mean, there's many chorus pedals, and honestly, they all do the kind of same thing. But I would always go for something more subtle that just gives you widity in stereo. I think the Warm Audio does a good job, but it's rather big, and also, $200. But that's probably one that people used a lot in the 80s, so I would say that's good. You cannot capture anything with the ToneX pedal or the ToneX One. To capture, you have to use the ToneX software, an audio interface, and a reamp box. With Quad Cortex and Nano Cortex, you can, or the Kemper, you can capture on the actual device. Learning piano makes you look at composition absolutely differently, because you write differently on piano. And we actually have in the songwriting course, in the writing section, if you only want to buy that, there is how to write based on drums, how to write with a piano, what's different about a piano, pros and cons, what's different about writing on guitar, pros and cons. You will write different songs, you will understand harmony differently on piano. It's a very good idea to also know basic pianos. If you want to write, that's right, the Eventide Tricera chorus. Thank you, Joe. That's a very good one as well. Oh yeah, the Jam Pedals water something. It's the one that I actually kept because it's absolutely gorgeous. Not so cheap, but yeah, Jam Pedals water something. I have no feeling about the Jackson Juggernaut one way or the other. Don't get the wee. Oh God, I elbowed Noodle. I'm sorry. Yeah, don't get that one. I don't know. If you like vibrato, bendy shit, get it. Can you make it musical? I don't know. What vintage equipment I've coveted over the years? None. I don't buy into that. I like making music. Do you need old stuff for that? I don't think so. I had Thomas Bluk here. He's got a 61 Strat. He sounds fantastic with it. It's really dirty. I picked it up. Didn't do anything for me. Picked up my McMull, which is a newer guitar. Quentin James shut up about the headstock. And felt that sounded better. On his, the high E string felt weak. Between B and E, all of a sudden there was a dip in thickness and in volume. Hey Joe. Jaume? I don't know how to say your name. So, to me, I don't need vintage equipment. I'd rather have new shit that works, and maybe aged or whatever, but not my thing. Yeah, I saw the JHS video about that. Yeah. Look, Quaddy Dude did a bad video. Talks about the one pedal while he takes apart another. Talks about SMT, whatever components, and doesn't know what he's talking about. And a pedal clearly, I mean, we don't know how much they put in there. And then there's overhead of health insurance and the building and the machines. Buy one of those SMT machines. That's not cheap. That all needs to go into the calculation. And then how much does the distributor get, which is Warwick in his case? What does the shop get? Tax. It was a bad video without any substance. It's good that, Josh reacted to it, but not clever. Wer ist denn PCL? What's a PCL amp? Never heard of that. Michiel put a check mark on the Juggernaut question. I don't know what that is. How good is going directly with the Synergy compared to a proper mic'd amp or IR? And no. It's at the moment what they have with Synergy is a frequency compensated output. So it's just EQ applied to the shitty output that usually is a DI. So frequency compensated. I would personally not use that, given the fact that now we have IR loaders and all that stuff. And we're also then missing the power amps simulation. So at the moment, with what we have right now, we all know there's a Syn 2 IR, no, Syn 20 IR coming, a little 20 watt amp with built-in IR loader. That'll be better, but at the moment I would put an IR loader and power amp simulation behind that if you have a Syn 1. That'll definitely get you better results. Are my captures available? Nope. I don't deal with that. I don't want to. Never played a PB Bandit. I don't know the Acoustica album from the Scorpions, but I have many Scorpions albums, and hey, German band. Pretty cheesy sometimes, but yeah. Amplified Nation opinion. I have my Bombshell overdrive for a while now. Wait, I'm thinking Noodle wants some air. Do you want some air? Come on. Okay. Go to the balcony. It's really hot in here. That's a fantastic amp. I got it in blue suede without the shoes. And it's the Dumble sound. The drive is Dumble, but it's very thick. Dumble is all about making thinner guitars thicker. It's not the greatest or the most amazing 4 chords, but it is, if you're playing single chords and you want to play single notes, which is why Mesa sounds the way he sounds and all these guys that play Dumbles, it thickens single notes absolutely beautifully. And the drive sound has that massive thickness, kind of fizzly top. When you play it, you're like, this is a bit strange, but then you start soloing with it and there's a lot of juiciness to it. It's a beautiful amp. What I don't like about it is it's exactly like the Overdrive Special in the sense of there's a overdrive knob and a volume for it, so that's the overdrive channel. And if you don't want that, you have to turn that off. which either happens with the foot switch, which I never have connected because I have it right there in the studio, or in the back of the amp. So if I want to turn overdrive on and off, I have to reach in the back of the amp and switch it. They did it true to the original, to not have an extra switch on the faceplate, but it makes no sense to me. Modernize it at least that much that it's convenient. So that's my only gripe with it, that the switch is in the back or foot switch. Let me get the poodle back in before we answer more questions. Do you still have your Strand by Barden Essential? Still like it? Still play it? I'll tell you about that in a sec. Noodle! Come here. Come here. Come here. Give me that. Come. I don't play it. It's in the gig bag. At the moment, I don't feel like I want to sell it. The Barden Essential. Guitarra Viva, I need money. How can I help you with that, Carlos? The deal was I make that video, and then they sent me a higher grade one, which I will also review, but that is the one that I play on the channel. I think the Barden Essential plays beautifully. It looks cool. Nothing wrong with it, but it is a bit, let's call it sterile, maybe. A bit neutral. So I kind of wanted a standard or, something like this, and that hasn't happened yet. So they still haven't necessarily fulfilled their end of the bargain, okay? Wait, what else do we have? What do you mean, any more recommendations? I already made a video for Christmas gift for guitar players like a couple days ago. Watch that. How many Christmas gift videos do you need? Michiel is giving $350 for Carlos. Carlos, now I owe you $350. $350. Revstar Standard opinion. Hey Eric, how about you watch my Revstar Standard review? How about you do that? And give that review a click and find out everything about the Revstar Standard instead of me having to now think about it. And, come on. I have a full review on that. How about you watch that? Sean apparently plays guitar. Oh, nice. Well, you're welcome, Sean. Fram, you bought the courses but you can't download them? You're supposed to be able to download them. Do you mean it's not on the website to download them, or it's your shitty internet connection? We have more, but they're just not edited, and I just don't have time to do it, but I should. Now people talk Spanish. What we want is a Leslie description of Henning. She's shorter than I am, fake redhead, pretty damn cute, loudmouth, doesn't laugh about a single joke I make ever, doesn't like any of the things I like, likes animals a lot. Carlos, now you're rich. You need a gift for your teacher, Frankie. Frankie, how old are you? Come on, spill it. Favorite and least favorite Marshall. I don't have massive experience with Marshall amps. I would say the Appetite for Destruction thing is, what I heard was horrible, but I haven't played it. But I mean, the JCM 800 is a beast. The Plexi is a beast. JT amps are very fuzzly. They've got their thing. They're very beautifully, when you roll back the volume, compressed cleans. There's something to all of them. And I can tell you something about the Marshall amps in a sec, if you want me to. Rubinator, I would suggest, I mean, I use ADAT. I actually have my aux with a light cable. I mean, only SPDIF, not ADAT, but you can do ADAT. And then I use a Universal Audio X4. You could use the X2. There are, of course, others. I don't think you need to know anything. Usually they can take sync and have the sync in the main interface, and I think that it gets communicated. It should be rather simple. You just have to get a long enough light pipe cable. Opinion about the Thomann Cantina. Good, like it. Always varying foods. Never had any bad food there. Thank you, Michelle, for the ref star link. Anybody mess with MPC beat? Nope, nope. Editing? Question mark? Always? What? What am I missing? I want it in rack format. Well, I mean, if you got the money, the big Apollo, I've been using them for years and they're phenomenally good. But other than that, I mean, if you're using ADAT, then it's really just where it's coming from, because it's going in light pipe anyway. RME is great. Focusrite makes good stuff. Motu has new interfaces, rack-mounted ones, and Motu has always been good. They've been kind of quiet lately, but this is all good stuff. It depends on what you pump into it, you know, the music. There's a poo on my hoodie. Of course, Lana Bailey comes in and goes and is a troll. Can someone tell me why some of these guys here are gray with a check mark? Is it because I'm subscribed to the channel, but I'm subscribed to Joan? Why do those people have check marks? Is that YouTube verified? Okay, now it gets interesting. What's worse, people that sleep with their socks on, they should go to hell. My wife is one of them. What do I use for data storage? Many different things. I have a OWC Flex 8, rather expensive enclosure, and that has about 150 terabyte of drives in it, including a RAID, SSDs, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just upgrading because I'm in my editing suite right here, my new editing suite. And I want to work in here with a new Mac Mini, but also in the main studio with the Studio Mac. And in my living room upstairs, I have a Ubiquity or Unify Ubiquity Dream Machine that Sebastian helped me set up, my friend. And we're putting, I have a NAS on there, but that's spinning disk. And with the normal network, the gigabit, I get, you know, a couple of hundred megs a second. In order to actually edit from it, I need 10 gigabit. And now I invested money to actually do that, which means I need at least 3 10G, what are they called? Not routers, switches, and also a box with NVMEs in it. But then I could have 7 gigabytes a second from here to the bedroom and from the bedroom down into the studio, so that actually editing from that NAS would be absolutely possible. And if you're buying stuff now in terms of storage, if it's long-term storage and big storage, you're buying spinning drives because you're just putting it on there, putting it on the shelf. I have, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of terabytes of drives just sitting in drawers. But if you need to work from it, then always SSD, NVMEs, that's fast stuff. And I really recommend the OWC stuff. That's as fast as it gets. New flavors of Marshall coming. Wait a bit with your questions. Yes, actually, I convinced Marshall, who said, we don't have the new amps. And trust me, they're going to turn some heads. They're not going to be cheap, but they're going to turn some heads. We have the new amps now ready, but we can't send them anywhere because we don't have enough. And they have to be at NAMM. So they have only enough for NAMM, which means they said we can't do any videos ahead of time. And I'm like, you need to have someone, to have an independent video, not Sweetwater, not Thomann, not official Marshall videos. You need someone who's known to be a total dick about stuff, look at the new stuff, and when they hit NAMM, those videos go online. And they're arriving on Monday. So I have 2 or 3 days to make those videos for these new amps. And then they go directly with UPS to California. And they, the deal is they will send me the amps when they're in production to keep, which is very, very nice. But that means that likely on launch day at NAMM, technically, worldwide, I'll be the only one who actually has independent reviews of these amps. If those don't do well, my channel is massively broken. I mean, it is broken, but I mean, if those don't do well, I don't know what else to do. So that's going to happen. And that means I have a shit ton of work to do. Next week, I have someone coming from the Czech Republic bringing 5 or 6 guitars of a budget brand. That's going to be interesting. He's dropping them off on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm doing 6 videos with Bernd Kills about fractal stuff, all the fractal line. It's going to be a huge day. Then hopefully on Thursday, I can make those Marshall videos. And Michiel's coming to pick up his Wiener. So it's a busy, busy week. Favorite load box for amps? Sean, honestly, I would say Red 7 Amp Central Evo. I'm filming the review tomorrow. Only problem is it does feedback. If you have single coil guitars and you're very close to it, there's feedback with a transformer resistor, whatever, something like that. That's a bit of an issue. But the reactive load is the best on the market, if you ask me, and really good features, power amp simulation. There's a desktop app. It's pretty good. That's what I would get. Who is NCW EBM? If you're right around the corner. Reveal yourself. Come on. I get all my guitars set up at Yoshi's place. He does a great job. And Magnus isn't setting up guitars anymore since he died, sadly. So, yeah. I'm stroking my noodle here. You can't see that. Okay, fine. If you want to see my noodle. Right? Right, Noodle, come on, we're gonna put some light on you. Gonna put some light on you. Look, Noodle light. So yeah, I would definitely, Yoshi is a good place to go to. September Fire. If you come to Germany, can you meet me? Well, the perv in me says, how hot's your wife? But that's just wrong. So I shouldn't say that. Yeah, sure you can. Come here, have a coffee. Which artist album has my favorite guitar tones? Instinctively, I'm going to say Continuum, John Mayer. Those clean tones and those leads that he plays with just clean notes are ridiculous. But of course, it really depends on the style. I love Satriani, but that's, it's only Satriani sounds like Satriani, so that's not relevant to you. Laney Ironheart, can't really say much to it. Laney doesn't really book videos with me or most other people, so I don't have him here. I can't really comment on stuff I haven't played. Have I talked to Glenn? Yes, I have. Situation's not looking great. We all suggested, hey, we make some videos for his channel to fill it up with stupidity, musicians' text and stuff like this. last I heard from him, he wants to do that, but he's, his head's clearly somewhere else. His wife's still in the hospital, and I haven't heard in 3 or 4 days now, so I don't know what the latest is. Just keep on hitting the playlists, and yeah, that's the last I know. Noodle rocks. We love the noodle. How long is my noodle? With the tail? Noodle, was mal messen, warte mal. Komm auf, komm mal hier. So. This much. Enough noodle. Okay. In 4 minutes, crazy people are gonna ring my doorbell. Mach so weiter, mach ich. Dramatic lighting noodle. Of course my noodle's hairy. Yeah, he goes. Yeah, Yoshi's pretty cool. He's very, very introverted. He could get many videos done here. I told him anytime he needs something promoted, I'll gladly do it. But he never does. Iron Maiden or Judas Priest? I'm going to say Maiden. Even though it's very, very repetitive and they do weird, just move things around, and then you've got a modulation that doesn't make sense. But I don't know, the last Priest album was pretty damn good. It was finally an album again with some pretty damn kick-ass riffs. I don't think Leslie loves the wiener more than the noodle. I'm sorry. Maybe equal. That is very nice searching for tone that you asked your subs to help Glenn out. He's going to have the best month he's ever had on YouTube. I hope people will remember to do that going forward until he comes back and says, okay, here I am. So okay, you don't want a JP2C, and you want 3 channels and 3 separate EQs, but not ref. 3 channels, 3 separate EQs, not ref. Whoa, Dietzel? Absolutely. I mean, the JP2C is based on the 2C+, and that is a very unique tone. But if you don't like that, then maybe a Dietzel. What else has 3 channels? Synergy, that actually technically has 4 channels. And if you put 2 modules in with separate EQs, that actually gives you 4 channels with separate EQs, depending on what modules you put in. So that can work. I don't know about Nightingale's Breathing Shadow in any way. I haven't listened to the old, I haven't listened to the new. The repairs are too much. Okay, well, that makes sense because, that's now Gibson. And apparently I just read today that they massively fucked up the launch of the 2C Plus and had horrible sounds and had Sweetwater had to take their video down. It's a whole thing. Look, the fact is, Mesa is now Gibson. Randall Smith was fired because he wanted to do new stuff, and they just wanted to redo the old stuff. So I wouldn't go to Mesa, and I would find other things. Look at NRG. They make ridiculous amps with loads of options. They didn't have enough budget for me to make a video, but Kasper Stepanovic has done one Get Harry has done one. There's a couple of people who have done videos on this NRG amp, and it's supposed to be pretty. Oh, 4-channel amp, separate everything. The Zutta GBG 120. John Simons just did a video, and I have it. I'm gonna do a video as well. It's expensive, okay, and it's a blue rack-mounted beast, but that can probably do anything you want it to do. 120 watts. Only this deep, rack-mounted, 3 spaces. That's an amp right there. Tone King Royalist or Friedman Plex, they've got literally nothing to do with each other. Royalist is great. Friedman Plex is a Plexi. Yeah, the Royalist is supposed to give you something similar, but it doesn't. It's a Tone King. It's rounder, not as much gain. Both. I'd say both. How would I go turning an attic into a studio? Can you stand up in it? Because once you put all the shit in there, it's going to come in. And, you know, I've worked in an attic for years in my old house here in Germany. And can get annoying. Bye-bye, Tony. Love you. Just do it. But you need air conditioning in the attic. You need sound treatment. You know, that maybe we talk about that next time, but there's a lot of stuff to cover there. I've done it. I mean, my house is soundproof. Soundproof windows, all that stuff. Would I go Jackson or Schecter for a 7-string guitar? I don't have a lot of experience with Jacksons. I think they're pretty good. I would get the 7-string from John Brown, the Tao 7. I have one coming, I hope. Who knows? They said it for 3 years that they're sending me one. But John Brown's guitar is pretty kick-ass. I will with for you video. Wait for my video. Watch John Simon's video. He went 47 minutes on the Zutta, and I don't think mine's going to be shorter because there's a lot to cover. I don't think there will be a video for the Titan. Don't think Chris is going to send me one, or I don't think so. Are the Harley Benton 7-strings? Depends on which ones. There's really cheap ones, but the Amarok, absolutely. Amarok 7-string, fuck yeah. I've got the baritone, and it's very good. It's very good. I hear numbnuts is out there. Let them in, and then we'll close this down. Soll ich euch mal reinlassen? Habt ihr geklingelt? Nee, haben wir nicht. Wir haben sogar noch sozusagen online gecheckt, ob du noch... Ich lasse euch mal rein und dann sage ich Ihnen Tschüss. Dann könnt ihr ja schon mal reinkommen.
Songwriting course, almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting. I think right now it's the last day of the Black Friday deal. Goodbye.
Freaking commercial people, only think about money. Anything else? Do you have an opinion about Dean guitars? Nope. I don't think Dean works with really anyone on YouTube. And I did once do the slimy Dean dime thing. So, tips for new YouTubers that do guitar content. I do. I have a lot of tips. But we ran out of time. Product placement, yes. Okay, we're gonna shut this down. I'll hang out with numbnuts now. Once every 2 months we meet and we're stupid. That's what we do. Yes, the Zutta is over $4,000, but possibly one of the most fully featured amps. I'll find out. I already took the product shots, and we'll make a full video, but I have a long list of videos to make, so that will happen. So much to do. I will not have any December time for anything. Christmas is cancelled. Because you guys want your videos. It's okay. I need to eat. Hello, numbnuts. So, thanks for watching. I hope this was semi-fun. And I'm continuously looking at the screen and not at the camera, but I mean, I have to read the things. And we'll do this again next Saturday, I think. Yep, unless something happens. And animals were in the video, not at the end. Now there's a bing bong. Who's bing bonging?
Best way to use fuzz?
No way to use fuzz. Don't use fuzz. He was in the chat earlier. Now he's outside. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for hanging. Watch my Harley Benton acoustic video. That thing is pretty awesome. The video and the guitar. Love you guys. Thank you, Michiel, for all the help. As always, you've been amazing. Bye-bye.